Hey there, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 3 flavors of the AMT 1969 Plymouth GTX. This kit is available in a few different configurations: Convertible, Hardtop, and Pro Street. And as far as I know, it's one of the most versatile platforms in the AMT lineup. Today, I'll cover the similarities and differences and share with you why one of these kits is my absolute favorites, and I'll show you why in just a few minutes. So let's dive in, take a look. I'm Mike, and this is ScaleSpeedworks. The 1969 GTX is offered in the hardtop, the convertible, and Pro Street variations. The GTX kits also have a few relatives. AMT offered the 1968 Roadrunner kit in hardtop and Pro Street versions, which are nearly identical tooling to the 1969 GTX. The other sister kit is the 1970 Super B hardtop and the Coronet Pro Street. Both kits are nearly identical to the GTX hardtop and Pro Street kits. The above kits are issued with the 426 Hemi. Only the GTX hardtop and the Super B kits feature the 446 pack or 446 barrel engine options. And the only transmission available in all kits is a 4-speed manual, which I do like because it is molded separately. It is molded as a separate piece and glues together. For the most part, these kits share interchangeable parts and the same parts trees. The real exception is the 1970 Super B interior tub, which unfortunately is a one-piece molded tub, whereas the Roadrunner and GTX kits, as you'll see, have separately molded door panels. Many of these kits have recently been reissued by AMT and MPC's parent company, Round2 Models. I mentioned earlier that the kit is available in a few different configurations. And I will say that the 446 barrel in this kit is a must. However, my absolute favorite is this kit right here, the GTX Pro Street hardtop, and this kit was reissued in 2020. The body and interior are much the same as a standard hardtop kit, except for the inclusion of the racing seats. The chassis, however, is what makes this kit really fun. The chassis is standard Plymouth, as interpreted by AMT, up to the rear wheel wells, and pretty much makes this chassis a universal fit for other similar sized AMT kits with little to no modification. Without any cutting or sanding, this chassis will fit all 1968 and 1969 AMT Roadrunner and GTX bodies, as well as the 1970 Coronet and Super B bodies. With slight modification, it fits the AMT Challenger RT and the Lindbergh 64 Dodge 330, which you will see in a future build. And again, with slight modifications, it will fit the AMT 1964 Belvedere and the Mobius 1965 Plymouth Belvedere 1. So without further ado, let's open these up and take a look. Start here with the Pro Street. Real nice lines. There's always a little bit of sanding and trimming to do, but for the most part, pretty clean. GTX side body moldings. Looks pretty good. And here's that universal chassis I was talking about. Floor pan really up to here is universal. The rear The rear tubs are great. These will fit in no problem, like I said, to a bunch of other kits. Interior floor pan, molded separately, and again, real nice to have separate door panels. The tires, little nice molded detail. Of course, I already opened the bag, and those are spilling out all over the place. Tires are real nice. They are hollow tires, but they're pretty nice. Pretty nice. Not real cheap tires. The glass looks real good. Here's a little bit of the interior detail. Roll bar. A little bit of flash on here. Not a big deal. Real easy to clean up. Here's the door panels. Good detail on there. I really like that. Armrest. The hood. The Pro Street hood scoop. And there's a cutout on the underside. Not as clean as some of the other versions, but again, they're all pretty much interchangeable. 68 and 69, these pieces here are separate. In 69, they face up, and in 68, they face out to the side. 69, they were functional. And here's the 426 Hemi. Again, with a manual transmission, molded separately. Real nice. The front suspension. So, a lot of the AMT kits have this molded separately. It's not molded as one piece. But even still, some of the kits that have this molded on as one piece in here, this chassis will still fit. Again, it may take slight modification, but for the most part, it'll fit. Now this parts tree, this is one of the universal parts trees, I believe, that you will see on all the kits. It has the mufflers, it has these different headers. This dashboard for sure is included with the 70 Super B. It's not accurate for the 70 Super B, but it is included. The firewall, the kingpins, inner fender walls. Again, a lot of it almost exactly the same as you're going to see on the Super B. Here's a Pro Street axle. Looks real nice. I really like that. The Pro Street racing seats, molded in seat belts. Halfway decent detail. I picked this up. I tossed this in here from one of the other kits. And here's the chrome. All the chrome parts look pretty nice. There are two different shifters. But again, this is one of those universal chrome trees, I believe, that you will find on the other kits. And here's the Roadrunner specific, or GTX specific one, I'm sorry. Front and rear bumpers look good. There's a high-rise intake manifold, looks good. Racing gauge pod, yeah, fine, looks good. Can't really see the decals. They are protected. It's nice they're sealed separately. Real nice. And the instructions. All right. So what I'm going to do is let's toss this back in here and take a look at one of the other kits. So the other two kits that I have are unopened. I do have a GTX convertible kit from the 90s. Different box front, box top. That kit is molded in a beautiful light blue. I opened that box, I saw that, and I said, wow, well, isn't this wonderful? I mean, I guess it could be worse. It could be a dark blue or black, which, as we all know, makes it difficult to paint. You almost have to paint that with a white a white base coat first. Anyway, let's put this one away. Let's take a look at the convertible. Get this at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale for 40% off, which makes this an unbelievable buy. Unbelievable. Round 2 really has done a great job reissuing these kids. They just really are fantastic. Let's take a look inside. See what we got. So again, on this chrome tree, you'll see these wheels. These are the same wheels that are offered in the GTX Pro Street, but in the Pro Street, you get much deeper tubs, deeper wheels for the back, and you get real shallow ones for the front. It is unfortunate that none of these kits include the steel wheels. Those look really nice on these cars, but they're just not included. So again, it's the same chrome tree. It's a Hemi, and same chrome tree as the Pro Street version. Look at these, real nice red line tires. These are hollow core tires. They're nice and soft. Very nicely detailed. I really like that. Round 2 has done an excellent job. And here's the glass. This is all you need for this one. Just a front windscreen. That's all you get. And molded in red, the taillights, of course. They have done an excellent job here protecting the body. Yeah, it looks really good. There's the chassis. Again, the Pro Street chassis fits right in here. But this chassis and the Pro Street chassis are the same up to the rear wheel wells. This is all different back here. Parts trees are nearly identical, if not exactly the same, between the kits. Although this one does include the full 2-piece exhaust. Although, yeah, it's actually not on here. Huh, it's interesting. The short side exhaust mufflers, not included. Not a big deal though. They don't really go with this kit. Alright. Take a look here. Wow, very slick. Door panels, there's a nice wood grain and texture on there. A separately molded console. And again, the hood cutout, not very clean. A little disappointing, but not a big deal. These, however, look great. 69 bucket seats in the rear seat. The vinyl top has some real nice texture on it. Yeah, that's great. And these are the convertible specific inserts for the interior. So they will glue on. Right like that. Yeah, those match up perfectly. They look great. The engine, it's all the same. It's Let's open this bag. Again, 426 Hemi. They do include the deep wheel tubs for the backs. That's about it. And it doesn't really matter because you don't have the wheels and the tires. 426 Hemi, though. That's pretty standard among all the kids. A little flash on here. A lot of flash in the steering wheel, but that's all right. And these are, I don't know if I'm a fan about with these. These are the B pillars. They're not going to do much good here on the convertible, but for the hardtop, they are separate, and I guess they were an option. But those look really nice when they're glued in. All right. That's it for this kit. Let's put this away. We'll take a look at our last kit on the table here, which is the, again, unopened GTX hardtop kit. Let me see if I can find an issue date on this. 1993. Pretty awesome. I like it. 1993. I just recently picked this kit up online. I wish I had purchased it back in the day. Would have been a whole lot cheaper than it was now. But these kits are still relatively inexpensive. All right, let's take a look. Again, 440 V8, 4-speed manual. Box art, nothing to really brag about. That's all right. This is really what matters. Again, here's those beautiful door panels. Real nice wood grain. The hood. See this hood? Look at that. Nice and clean mold lines. Center console has a nice wood grain in there. That looks really clean. The seats look fantastic. Seat backs look great. Here's our intake manifold and a single carburetor. It's a chassis. Chassis looks great. Real nice and crisp and clean. I like it. Body. The interior pan. Body, of course. Real crisp. A little bit of cleanup around the wheel wells and the bottom. And that's unfortunate. See that? Little bend in there. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that fixed. Not the end of the world. Carpet detail on here. Gas pedal is molded in. Again, not a big deal. Let's take a look at the chrome. Chrome, pretty much the same as the other kits. Glass looks real clean. Set that aside. Unfortunate it's not packaged in its own bag, but This was the 90s after all. And again, here's that same exact chrome tree as we saw in the other kits. The 4 optional wheels, 4 mag wheels, 2 carburetors plated. Got a rear differential cover, 2 shift knobs, Hemi valve covers, velocity stacks, air cleaners. All right, that's all the Hemi parts. Let's take a look at these tires. Goodyear Polyglass GTs. Do have to cut out a little bit on the back, but there is Goodyear molded on both sides, which is nice. A little cleanup here in the tires. These are real thin, real cheap molded tires, but they work. We all know that. They work just fine. All right, let's cut open this bag. This is a real dirty gray, like kind of a greenish gray. Not a big deal. But this, I really like the chassis, the body, the interior. AMT and Ertl did quite a fine job of this back in the day. These are real clean, real sharp. Again, same tree that we saw in the convertible kit. Now this is something different. Engine looks really nice. This is a 440. Here's your 3 2-barrel carburetors. Or at least the intake manifold with the 3 2-barrels. There they are. They're molded, unfortunately, as one unit, but it's all right. Now this is good. This is a real nice tree right here. I like that. You don't get that in every kit. And again, here's a 426 Hemi, the 2 block halves, the heads. We have the cross ram manifold, the 2-barrel manifold, the rear suspension, the air grabber hood. All right, and again, the wheel backs for the Pro Street car. And here we actually have the axle for the Pro Street car. Dashboard, instrument cluster, the exhaust. Again, these are optional in this kit, but these are really meant for the Pro Street. In fact, all this except for the fan shroud. Pro Street over here. Kingpins. Looks real good. Looks real good. All right, let's take a look. The decals, minimal. There you go, 446 pack. Couple of red stripes for the body. Pretty simple. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of similarities between the kits. But still, these are really, really nice kits, and they're gonna build just fine. All 3 of them, they're all gonna build just fine. They're all gonna look great when they go together. The parts fit really well. This is something I wanted to talk about. This is something I picked up from Hart's Parts, and I'm excited because it's gonna go with this kit right here. This is a hood, obviously, but it's for the A12 Roadrunner And when that package, the A12 package, was offered in 69.5, it was a stripped down race car. It came with a 440 and the 6-pack or 6-barrel, and there wasn't much else to it. It was a cheaper option to the 426 Hemi. It was real affordable, and they were beautiful cars. They had a blacked out hood, and they were just fantastic. So that's what this one's going to be, and you're going to see that on this channel coming up pretty soon, hopefully. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, leave a like down below, leave a comment. Will really help me out. All right. And I'll see you guys on the next one.